Gentlemen of the press, you are aware that the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission have scheduled to conduct local government election in the state on Saturday, 5th October 2024, in all the 23 local government areas of the state. Political parties have since submitted their nomination forms and complied with the guidelines and regulations for the conduct of the election and assured it will be free, fair, credible, transparent, peaceful, and inclusive. Be assured that political parties and their candidates for the positions of chairman, deputy chairman, and councillors have prepared and are ready to participate in the election as scheduled. There is no going back in this critical exercise that will further deepen the nation's democracy at the grassroots levels. And consistent with the recent landmark ruling of the Supreme Court on local government autonomy meant to bring development and government to the grassroots. Election is the beauty of democracy, particularly at the third tier of government, which is nearest to the people. Local government election must be supported and encouraged by all lovers of representative governance in Nigeria. It is on this note that IPAC backs the Rivers State local government election and all other elections across the country within the ambit of the law. What the council strongly condemned was the high cost of nomination fees, which was aimed at excluding credible aspirants who could not afford the outrageous fees, as well as sudden change of electoral laws to undermine the national leadership of political parties and subvert the electoral process. We maintain that it is inappropriate to change the rule and the goalposts in the middle of the game and or take undue advantage against fellow contestants. For democracy to strive, there must be a level playing field for all parties and their candidates participating in the elections in Nigeria. Electoral integrity cannot be compromised for any reason or for no reason whatsoever. In the same way, elections cannot be stopped by judicial fiat in favor of political actors, jobbers, and hirelings in pursuit of their inordinate ambition. This is what truncated the June 12, 1993 presidential election, adjudged to be the freest election in the country, when some political clowns surreptitiously procured an order of the court to stop the much expected presidential election meant to usher in a democratic government after years of military rule. It was a dark period in the nation's history. It will be unfair, unjust, and unacceptable to repeat this national nightmare at the local government election level, as obtained in Rivers State, where some reactionary forces are bent on stopping the election stated for this weekend. Sadly, there have been conflicting court orders in support and against the local government election in the state, and forums shopping for desperate politicians to procure court orders that will subvert the nation's democracy. If this dangerous precedent is allowed, be assured that there will be no more elections in Nigeria, as failed politicians masquerading as Democrats will approach the court to procure orders to stop elections they are not prepared for. This must not be allowed to happen again after June 12, 1993 presidential election impasse. As a major stakeholder in the democratic process, IPAC could not fold its arms and allow political machines to trade away the nation's hard-earned democracy using the judiciary as a cover. By issuing conflicting orders and judgment, the judiciary has become a tool in the hands of powerful individuals to undermine our emerging constitutional rule. The integrity of the judiciary is at stake as a temple of justice and bastion of democracy. The Rivers State local government election presents another opportunity for the judiciary to purge itself of political influence and justify the confidence of Nigeria that Nigerians repose in it. Recall that a few weeks ago, concerned by recent development in the polity with regards to the role of judiciary in the democratic process, and with a clear understanding of the critical role of IPAC as the incubator of leadership within the executive and legislative arms across the 3 tiers of government, and to a large extent, the judiciary as it relates to the appointment of judges at all levels. The Council thought it was necessary to convene a roundtable discussion among relevant stakeholders to explore the judiciary's role in consolidating democracy in Nigeria, identify challenges, and propose solutions to enhance the judiciary's effectiveness. Participants at the roundtable cut across stakeholders, including government officials, judicial officers, leaders of political parties, development partners, legal practitioners, civil society organizations, security agencies, academic researchers, and the media, etc., were unanimous that the judiciary must reinvent itself or be the ban of sustainable democracy in Nigeria. This is why IPAC calls on the new Chief Justice of Nigeria and the Chairman of National Judicial Council to thoroughly investigate and sanction erring judicial officers. This will go a long way to redeem the battered image of the judiciary in its handling of political matters, particularly elections at all levels.